Oh. Looks like we're back. I don't know what happened, but I lost connection just on one machine. It's weird. Sun flare. Well, let me remedy that. Actually, there is sun coming in the window onto that computer. I'm going to lower the shade here. So, seems that yeah, I gotta reconnect to YouTube as well. Did something very strange there as well. It said that I was finished with my show, and it just started a new one. Very strange. All right, auto restarted a new show. Well, how about that? Okay, so let's see here. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. The stream machine just lost its connection for a while. Nothing special going on it. It's not overheating or anything like that. All right. So each unit has a mining calibration score and slowly loses calibration over time if kept unchecked. The calibration score is when the calibration score is below 100%, the mining unit will produce less ore. At 0%, it won't produce anything at all. To remedy that, it must be calibrated. To calibrate, you will need to enter specific interface where you will manually probe the territory in order to search for underground ore. This is extracting. Okay. In this extraction session, you'll use several tools to probe the territory tile. They actually offer different types depending on what you're most comfortable with or what you think you're going to have the most success with. So it's kind of an interesting thing that there's multiple right ways to do it. So need to keep a look at the probe battery at the same time. The goal is to find the optimal point, the best ore density that you will select at the end of the process, depending on the quality of the location. This will have two effects. It will increase the calibration score so that the mining unit can continue to do its job. It will also extract a few ore rocks in the process, and those will pop up to the surface tile at a selected location. These may be harvested manually at your convenience. They don't expire. Oh, so you don't have to go and get them right away. You can just let them build up and then go grab a bunch of them at once, maybe. Interesting. Okay. That might not be a good idea, but I don't know. Calibration is not unlimited. Each player generates calibration charges at the rate of one charge every few hours. You can use your charges on the mining units owned by other players or organizations as long as you have the rights needed to access them. Finally, a single mining unit cannot be extracted twice in a row. A single mining unit cannot be extracted twice in a row. There's a 24-hour cooldown period before calibration again. Oh, okay. So, okay, the upside is that mining units will not lose calibration for 2 days after being calibrated. So they're going to go at, a higher percentage for 2 days and then start to lose it. Okie dokie. So, mining unit talents. Since mining units are a big new thing in Dual Universe, they come with a variety of new talents to complement their use. You will have talents to improve the mining unit efficiency on element deploy, base mining rate on element deploy. Oh, so the builder. Okay. So these are both handling. They're like handling things. Okay. Speed at which your character will regenerate calibration charges, maximum mining charges your character can hold, and the amount of ore extracted when calibrating. Okay. So most people, if you have multiple characters, you'll break this into two parts. First two here, you'll have on your character that will place the items down, get the placement bonuses. And then on your character that'll be operating it, you're going to want these three others here: the speed at which your character regenerate charges, maximum mining charges your character can hold, and the amount of ore extracted when calibrating. So there we go. Okay. Serious miners will need multiple accounts. Yes, but the average person will be able to set these up and make some money off of some ore, even if they weren't really mining in the past or whatnot. They'll be able to set this up and get some passive income. So, getting to the core of terraforming, one of the changes we do want to make you aware of becomes part of the terraforming changes, which were previously a number of players had dug out the center of certain planets and moons. Each planet or moon will now have an impenetrable core at the center that forms around 80% of the planet's radius with a minimum diggable depth of 5 kilometers below sea level. Okay. Well, that's fine. That just is less data for them to have to take care of. So that doesn't sound that bad. All right. As such, some constructs may be located below this line after the incoming terrain changes. Does anybody really have structures 5 kilometers below the surface? Raise your hand if you do. I don't. But wow, that's really deep. And I don't know why you would want to go so deep, but maybe there are some. In these cases, we will raise those constructs up to the relevant planet surface. And so, yeah, your refrigerator. Got a nice cavern at 3.5. Yeah, so as it stands right now, it used to be this thing where we'd fall through the planet sometimes when logging in. And I ended up in a cavern 20 kilometers below or some crap like that on Jago. And it's like, oh my God, it took forever. So, yeah. Okay. So, a change of heart, the removal of scan results. We received a considerable amount of feedback from players who are opposed to keeping old scan results relevant. And following some internal discussions on the topic, we feel that it is indeed the best interest of the game to provide a clean slate, and when it comes to mining data, to prevent the hottest hotspots from being immediately taken. As such, we'll be clearing all scan results from the game when Demeter goes live. All right, I'm not happy about that. I get it. And there's another thing too, which is it gives us all something more to do. A lot of us have spent a lot of time doing the scanning, and so, they want more people playing the game actively. And if you're in scanning, that's actively playing the game. So if we have to start over on that, then everybody who has been a scanning monster on all this stuff is going to be doing scanning things again. And it will cause more activity within the game. It's good, So, do you dig the changes? Right. Share your feedback. Okay. Yep. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so there we have it. Yep. Yes, Modley. I just warped back my other character because of the scanning stuff. I was headed out to scan another place. So yeah, I have probably about 800 or 900 scans that I've done. So yeah, yeah. Nova Quark does have a little bit of a problem with reversing stance on things. A little wishy-washy sometimes. This is one of them. So, you know, they don't know how to speak to us in ways that we speculate instead of believe. And this is something that it takes devs a really long time to learn. And it's how you speak to everybody is what they infer from it. And a player's perception of what the changes are going to be is their reality. And as that being their reality, they get their reality broken many times based upon what they thought they heard them say. So they didn't ever say 100% that they'll keep the scans. They said it would be easy to keep the scans, and that's the most likely solution. But they didn't ever promise it. So, all that extra scanning I did was on speculation and everybody else. But when people say that's the most likely solution, when they hear that, they get, okay, well then that's what we're doing, because it's the most likely one. So I get it. Nova Quark needs to work on that, and this is the number one place that devs get into trouble with things is stuff like this. So anyway, all right. So they put text after it was recorded that would be good. Yeah. Well, they also need to stick with what they say. And so they need to not say if there's any chance of it being reversed. Which then we don't like it because we're like, well, you're not giving us any information. Well, yeah, they need to. It's just like if you're a parent with your kids, if you tell them something, unless things really break down, you need to keep your word if you promise them something. And you need to be very careful not to promise them things that you're not going to follow through on, or that you don't know if you can follow through on. So, anyway. Okay. I will be right back. I'm going to go grab another drink. Be right back. All right. Let's see here. Uh, 20 away. Not quite in safe space yet. In current break distance, 7.6 SU. So, um, I don't know when I'm going to hit the spot here. I'm coming in as fast as I can, and I won't start braking until I am in safe space for sure. So I will start coming into radar contact here with things. I could very well get shot at. So yeah, Mecca, just read the dev blog. Sign leaves basically infinitely available resources. Uh, well, it's not necessarily. There's syncs, there's tax syncs along with it, and the volumes are pretty low comparatively to what we have been doing. So I'm not so sure it's bad, but I do wish that they had an economist on staff. They don't have an economist, and I do wish that they had an economist on staff. So, or at least I don't know that they have an economist. Um, so yeah. So let's see here. Anyway, so the I think that a lot of people though are not going to be producing ore on their tiles. They're going to find it a little too tedious to have to keep recalibrating the stuff. And so I mean we're going to find out for sure, but I think that they actually did a good job of aiming low on this, and so they can raise it up if they need to, but I hope they don't do that right away. I hope they wait and watch for at least a couple of months, because Nova Quark is also a bit effect um, to pleasing the loudmouths, which is frustrating because us normal people who play the game and everything, we don't find a need to scream and yell at them, and thus maybe we're not getting heard. It's you need to be really careful that that 10% that makes 90% of the noise isn't what you pander to. I have not hit safe zone yet. It'll be soon. I would think that I'm really close. But this HUD, I need to update the HUD on this ship. It does not have the it does not have the distance to safe zone, so I actually don't know how far away I am. And if something were to come in and try and tackle me at this point, they may have a shot at killing me before I get to safe zone. So I'm kind of holding my breath a little bit here. So I feel like. Have y'all gotten in on the giveaway yet? Exclamation point giveaway. We'll draw that near the end of the show. It'll be a month of sub time used for a new account or to extend your current one. And then also, you know, if you if you need game time, it's going up in price. So if you need game time for Dual Universe, it's going to be going up in price. So stock up your account now. Exclamation point coupon. Use the coupon code. Save yourself a few bucks. Support the show. Make me happy. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, I have a bunch of radar contacts and I'm leaving the zone. All right. Well, I slid in just right on that. Okay, so how many current break distance 7.6 SU. Okay. Well, that's with firing the rockets. So let's just start slowing down here. And then we're going to go land on my space station. Have I heard of Farsight Online? No, I haven't. You can shoot me a link in Discord or something to it, though. I can check it out. This has some limestone on board, which I need for my manufacturing of warp cells. Well, I'm still going pretty fast. Got a little bit of weight on me. I don't know how much my cargo weighs. 440 tons. It's not too bad. Oh, it's NFT powered? Guys, you may not know this, but I'm working on some NFT stuff. I'm starting to work on being a proponent of stuff like. Now, I have not talked to Dual Universe about this at all, so don't get all excited when you hear me say this. But what if your blueprints of your ships in game could be NFTs? And you could sell it for a little bit of cryptocurrency. It would have a stipend that would go back to Dual Universe for every transaction. And then they could be sold in game, or you could sell them on an open NFT market. So, anyway, yeah. So I think that NFTs are used very improperly in the games. The games that NFTs are in They 100% have done it the wrong way. They've done it all about, oh my God, let's grab some money. That is not it. It's, oh my God, I'm having fun. And by the way, we can use that NFT system with something like the blueprints here, and it can be useful. It can be useful. So, you know, yeah. That's what I think. So, Steam will not accept NFTs. Hey, Dual Universe is not on Steam. How about that? The creator decides the value of the NFT. So, I made this ship here, and I decide that the blueprint is worth like $10. Then I export it as an NFT, and I take it to a market like OpenSea or something like that, and then there will be a fee associated with that NFT since it was created in, say, for example, Dual Universe. Then Dual Universe would have a fee of somewhere between like 2.5% and 10%, somewhere in between. That when that NFT transfers from one person to another, whatever the amount of the sale is, 2.5% to 10% will go to a Ethereum account owned by NovaQuark, and which would help support the game and game development. So, and then because they would be the creator, they'd be the ultimate creator. It's a creator fee. You wouldn't be able to create one for the game here and be the creator as the creator in game. But what you are able to do is you're able to sell 100 of these at $10 each, equivalent, and make some money. So, but NovaQuark would make money on it as well. So, as they should, right? All right, we might have to orbit around this planet here because it's exactly the other side is where my space station is. So getting into an orbit here. At 8.1 kilometers. It should be higher than that. All right, there we go. So we'll let this orbit around here for a bit. Anyway, so I will. I've been studying this. I think we may have some sort of future in this with video games if done right. I think there's a lot of potential abuse for it. Has to be done right. What prevents someone from making an entirely new design and same calling it their own? Well, what prevents somebody else from making a blueprint in the game? It's an in-game function. You can do it with pieces of artwork too. You can draw out something and make it digital, and you can put it up as an NFT. So, anyway, that's enough talk of that. I haven't formulated all my thoughts on that stuff yet. So, all right. I am gonna mine this. Here we go. I have not found the big node yet in my tile. See, I'm outside of my tile, but this kept coming up on the radar, so I'm removing it. I'm coming up on my stuff. Moment. Hello? We're working on buying a house, and of course everybody comes out of the woodwork wanting to assist you with that, get a piece of the pie. So this is really kind of the last of the mining stuff and everything. You're not going to see this too much longer. This kind of mining, not unless we're on an asteroid. Which I really don't like that they come out on a Saturday afternoon or whatnot with the new spawn of the asteroids. I wish it came out sooner, but that's the way it is. You have good property in Greenland? Do you really own property in Greenland there, Dante? Greenland is a pretty fascinating place, but I get cold easy. May not be a good fit for me. You do notice that I live in Florida, right? Yeah. So, let's take a look at this. This has got a pretty nice orbit around here, and I think we're going to come right around close to my space station, I think. So we'll see. I love how this is all set up, the mechanics of all this and stuff. I really, really dig it. Oh, you used to live in Cocoa Beach. I was there yesterday. So we're doing our home loan through Space Coast. So, yep, we were there yesterday. And I ate in Cocoa Beach. I ate at the fill-in station. Is where I had lunch. Interesting little place. Yeah, the 4th Street fill-in station. Neat place. You know, we'd never been to Cocoa Beach before, and one of the things you do is you ask the locals. When you go to lunch, what's your favorite place to go? Whatnot, that's not a chain. And our banker said, oh, I've been to this place a couple of times. It's really, really neat. And it has vegetarian food, because my wife's vegetarian. And we mentioned that. So, anyway, it was a pretty spiffy place. Oh my God, it's still got limestone on the brain here. You serious? Probably can't remember, it was 20 years ago. Yeah, this place probably wasn't there 20 years ago, so. But, yeah, it was a nice little place. Okay, so here's this cavern. Cavern of Giganticness. You know, I rate a town on where we want to live by how many video game stores they have. Either that or how many Magic the Gathering shops they have. I don't play Magic the Gathering, but, you know, it's the right type of people. Nerds. You're working at Cape Canaveral? Yeah. I was, you can see some of the giant one-story buildings driving into there. So, Dante, you used to work in the space industry, and so now you just play space games. I got it! I see how this all fits together. Alright, I think we're going to try going up a little bit here. Yep. Alright, well, we're going to scan for this now. Oh, I saw it there. Blip. There it is. I think I'm just outside of my territory. Another one of these. No, the mining is not all manual. So this is they're about to change mining in the game, if you're just joining us. And this is probably some of the last of it. I'm grabbing some stuff here before it changes. They're going over to mining units where you'll build structures and then they'll mine them kind of like an oil well as opposed to pick and shovel. So...
Welcome, Elder Dragon. So, you think you're worthy of being
Franklin.
a Marquee Dragon subscriber? Duke isn't so sure of that.
Ah, brand new sub.
Get in line with the other dragons and show me what you're made of. What are you waiting for? Get over there before I open a can of whoop ass.
So Franklin, thank you so much for the support for 7. There is 1,000 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, what is gold for? It's for fun. You know, try exclamation point dancers there, buddy. If you have enough gold, you can get yourself a dance. But be careful because you may not always get exactly what you're expecting. So, so acolytes you want to build and design, you want to see what the programming is like. The Lua programming in here is pretty good. So, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. So yeah, get your feet wet, join a good org. If you want to join us, we are Dragon's Assembly, and we welcome all new members. We're more of a fellowship than anything else. So, you know, it could be really good, really good. So, let's see here. Yeah. Anyway, we're a very friendly bunch. You can be a member of multiple orgs. It's kind of like a guild, but you can be a member of up to 5 of them at the same time. So, all right, we got to check on my other guy here. Holy shit! Look at that space station going by. Damn. All right, that's scary. Yeah, I could have slammed right into that. Try and tighten this circle a bit. Hey, that's tight enough. It'll slam me into the planet if I don't watch what I'm doing now. So we're aiming for that spot up there. We're gonna go up to my space station. The current break distance is -1 meter. Yeah, I don't believe it. All right. Yeah, this really old HUD. So this HUD is, you're mentioning about programming for it. It uses Lua, and this whole heads-up display was made with Lua. It's a really old version that I've got on here. And I didn't find that out that I hadn't updated it in probably 6 or 8 months until I was already up in space. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with it and fly manually. But all that stuff about the target location, the distance, speed, um, trajectory, everything can be controlled with Lua, and you can build. If you're a programmer, you can build all of that stuff. So right, we're good here now. Pretty good trajectory on this. Yeah, yeah, I did that pretty good. This is where being able to fly manually really helps. Can't tell my orientation for what side of the station I'm on or anything. I can't quite see it, so we're gonna have to get closer to it. I got a bit of weight for this ship, but should be fine. All right, so there's that ship. There you go. Okay, you can see what I'm there. Go. I made it. Woo. All right. Live and well. Now there's a big ship. Yes, these little ships, they're just little. Yeah. This thing over here, it's big. Hold 38 times as much cargo as one of those little ones. Actually, maybe even more than that. It's a lot, though. Okay. Guy is good to go. See whether or not I want to. I don't know if I want to. Well, I gotta redo the controls on that ship before I take him out again. So yeah, gotta wait on that. Yes, I know you can quickly select a lot of items with shift click, and you do over 3 or 4 of them, and the whole thing resets. And that's a lot of fun, and I really appreciate it when that happens. So, yeah, I have troubles with that. It just doesn't work quite as well as I would like it to. You know? All right, hopefully this is picking up shit in my tile now. I'm tired of mining stuff outside of my tile. Oh my god, it's not. Unless it's this way. Well, let's see if it's this way. Nope, it's not. Damn it. Alright, well, screw it. We're gonna go up through my tile anyway, because I have 350,000 liters of limestone in this, and gosh darn it, I want it. I've only found 30,000 so far. Now, I'm not going to mine the big node when we find it. I'll just go do something else. But, you know, I want to find it here while we're doing the show, possibly. Hey, is this thing up from here? I'm not sure. I think I'm seeing two results from two different nodes in here.
Oh yeah, another dragon boarding the train. All aboard? Choo-choo.
Alright, we're almost up there, and Snobaddy, 14 months as a sub. Woohoo! Come on, this thing. Why is everything... Okay, so is it actually back this way? I guess it is. All right. So, Snobaddy, 14 months as a sub. Boom, 140 gold to everybody here in your honor. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well, at least this one's in my tile, so it has a chance of being the big one. Here's it's up there. This is not the big one. It's very unlikely that it's the big one. I need to quit costing Nova Quark so much money with all these tunnels. Yeah, they're going to wipe them anyway, so... Yep. With abandon this week. Maybe next week we'll have Demeter? I don't know. I don't think they've announced yet. But it seems like it's close. And if it wasn't like today, then... You know... Because I suspect they would publish in the first part of the week, especially something really big like that. We'll have to see. What would I say you like this game more than Eve? It's very different from Eve. You know? Eve and this are not really a good comparison. This is maybe a lot more comparable to a Minecraft MMO. and space engineers and stuff. Whereas Eve, while it's in space and everything, it is very much so a different animal. And I've played Eve a lot of years, and I really love Eve, and I still play it. It's on the schedule. So, would I say I like it more than Eve? I would say that right now I'm having a lot of fun in it, and I'm enjoying myself. But I would really hesitate to say I like it more than Eve, and I would really hesitate to say that, you know, that Eve at the same time is the end-all forever game for me, which, if I had to pick one game that I could, only one game that I could play for the rest of my life, it would be Eve. So, read into that however you want. This is a fantastic game. Eve is a great game. It has greatness. All right, there we go. Good long range spike. Kind of what I want. Tells me that I've got this area pretty well done. Okay, I just picked up on a different node and another different node. Those real heavy dips like that are switching nodes typically that you're picking up, that there's now one closer than the other one you were detecting. Yeah, Eve also has a lot of polish and everything. So, and this is still pretty rough around the edges. This has the chance to be an absolutely... This game has a chance to achieve greatness. But it's going to take a lot of work to get there. But it definitely, you can see that it has the potential to. Oh, if the mega node is like in the center of this darn thing, then I'm just going to be upset, because normally I start in the center. Nah, it's above me, which means it's probably not the mega node. Actually, it's not considered a mega. It's not big enough to be a mega, but it is potentially like 250,000 limestone. So that's quite a bit. This is not the big one. It doesn't have enough girth to it. This has some height to it over here, though. Could be 20 small nodes, not a big one. Yeah, there's 350 kiloliters in here. The likelihood is, though, that it's like 150 to 200. That there's one of those in here. And I found some bonus silver. There's some rhodonite in here, too. Maybe I should... I don't know. I don't know how deep I have to dig. It could be really hard to find. It's only 3 liters of it. Heard much about the coming changes for Eve, now they're going to affect anything? Well, what? Beyond the end of scarcity? Did they announce something else? We're going to be in Eve next week. So, second half of next week. We will be in Eve. I have planned to do Farming Simulator Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. But if they decide to release Demeter before then it'll probably be Dual Universe. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'll be doing Eve. Probably doing it over the weekend. I'm sure there'll be some sort of sale in Eve. There always is on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, so... Yeah, I'll get into all the changes then. We'll get into all that stuff, so... Magus, hello? So, I'm up to 41 kiloliters out of my 350 kiloliters potential in here. So... Oh, I should. Should wait to Omega that for your alt. Well, there's no promise of what's going on sale, and they already had an Omega sale recently, so I highly doubt it. But you never know. CCP even surprises me, even though I know a lot of what's going on.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Magus, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's flatline. So let's try going east. See, there's more silver in here. There is another 9 kiloliters of silver in this tile. So... Alright, let's try going up. Is this limestone above me? No, yeah, it's above me. Which means that it is most likely not the mega node. Alrighty then, I'm right next to it. There it is. Nope, not so big. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very worth it what I'm picking up, but... not very big. Discord's not dead for me. They have a ton of servers and stuff. They take whole areas down for maintenance sometimes. All right, well, we're gonna go find the silver that's right below me, and then we're gonna switch to a different character. Discord has posted that there are problems. All right, well, I'm not seeing any problems right now, but all right, then that must mean they're aware of it and on it. This node's not dinky. This is not the node I've been looking for, though. All right. Now, well, there is some silver below me. There it is. That's interesting. The limestone, what it did. Big node might be above me. Oh, it went down again. Probably right over the silver now. Flattened out here. Flattened out again. There it is. That's probably the last of it in here. There's a lot of silver out in this planet, though. Okay, let's see. We're at 26. This should be about 9, I believe. They decided against Sanctuary, yeah. So they announced that the tax stuff, that they were going to make some headquarter. You could designate a tile as a headquarters, and those would be tax-free. Or maybe they're not tax-free, but they are... you won't lose them if you don't pay your tax. But maybe the machines will stop and stuff, I don't know. So... but something along those lines. I may still decide to move to Sanctuary if I don't like what the final version of that is, but it sounds to me like I can stay on Alioth and not worry about my stuff going poof. Yeah, an asset safety type system, yeah, something like that. That's all I want. It's just to know that all my hard work, you know, is at least stored someplace if I decide to step away for a while, you know? Yeah, I'll wait and see what it actually is. I'm starting to think that sometimes some of the stuff they say, you know, you get the general drift of it, and then I just wait and see what it actually is. Planets are designated that the stuff in the safe zone remains safe, but eventually the outer planets should be attackable. I think we're a long ways off from that still. There's a lot of other underlying stuff that has to be done for that to come to fruition. Imagine trying to protect something that far out. Well, it might be a scheduled battle. Or, you know, they have to attack it and then a timer starts counting down to when it's vulnerable. It'll be something to make sure that you can participate in the fight and the defense of your stuff. Yeah, mine an asteroid that was all bauxite. You did it in the safe zone. How much did you get out of it? Alright, hopefully there's no more silver on scan. And that was it. It did not quite get me all of it, but yeah, there's no more silver on scan. Alright. Alright, let's see here. We'll get another drink. Be right back. All right. I am back. And it's dark here. So let's see here. Here's my stuff over here. That ship's so big, you know, park it kind of out of the way. Okay, so curious about this game, just don't have enough time to play. It's also why you don't play Eve anymore. Yeah, so this game, I really enjoy this game. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do in it, but that's the thing, you know, you're talking about taking a lot of time and stuff. You're right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to declare this linked container. And then, well, actually, you know what we should do? We should just go up and get that stuff so that I can get the factory here rolling again. Because it's not doing anything. It's all idle right now, waiting for limestone. So, oh, and that just stopped? Okay. Really? At 577? I don't have the abilities on that. Okay, let's see if there's anything in here. Nope. Alright, headed up to the space station where I landed that other ship. I'm gonna get that limestone. So, my move to Sanctuary is a little bit on hold. I think I'm going to stay here at Alioth while they do the Demeter gets published. And they said that there was going to be one tile that would be like a forever tile that you could claim as headquarters or whatever. And that's what I wanted. That was my concern. So I got to see what they do with that. Wait, Rick, you hauled 2,500 kiloliters of ore out of a safe zone asteroid and it was still not empty. Dude, that's a lot. That is an amazing amount. What do I do with the bigger elevator? Well, we're gonna bring it up to this, but there's a little bit of work to do to make that happen. And I don't know that we're gonna get much done on that today. We might just get it fueled up today and then that be kind of the project for tomorrow. We'll see. All right, there's the limestone and the calcium. And then basic connectors, basic components, these large cores. I might be able to take a lot of this stuff down. Let's see here. All right, then do I want to take coal or quartz down? I think I'll take quartz down. All right, so there is 50, 148. Oh, you know what? These containers haven't been boosted. Really? Wonder where my character's here for boosting. I still got to refigure this thing. They're not changing the brakes in Demeter, so that'll be fine, but I'm going to have to eventually. Okay. Down here we go. And limestone. Bauxite, that is full. And quartz is full. Okay. And then it is calcium. There we go. Stuff should start firing up now. Yep, that's firing up there. Yeah, these completely stopped. Everything did. I mean, I've done well with manufacturing warp cells, but it shut the whole thing down just being out of that. What was the 2 calcium labels? I mean, I put in some limestone, which then turns into calcium, and something else grabs it. I don't know what. I don't remember. All right, expanded XL containers. I think I got, I got a lot of these right now. So, basic hydraulics, basic component. And was there basic connectors in this? No. What's the steel doing in here? That one's almost out. One's down a bit. One's down a little bit. But everything here is, yeah, it's just all waiting on me to pull out some containers. That'll be good. Fire some of it up. Right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that fired up, making the iron. All right, so manufacturing parts. Okay, and then ore. Righty. Oh, the honeycomb. Elements. It's an element. And then I have machines and schematics, which I've ended up only putting machines in here, but... Oh. It's too full. All right, so... Oh, I guess we could hook up another container to it. Is ore. Not quite all of them. I have more ore to put in there. I just only do them whenever they're full. That way it keeps stuff extra. Now, honeycomb here, that one's 100% full using 10 containers of the XL containers. So, yeah, it's pretty, that's pretty full. All right, so more matte silicon here. Huge stack of that. Been pulling down that other base, and it's just got an enormous amount of stuff. Okay, so this is still making fuel. Okay. Now, this thing here, we're not going to be able to launch it off of this pad. It's going to have to move over here, which kind of sucks. But It's what we kind of figured out. But I don't know how far back it's moving. So will asteroids say Alioth, if it's safe then? Will it be in the safe zone? Yes, and old scans are being wiped out now. That's what it appears. Okay, so I'm going to... We're going to fuel this up, and then we're going to wait until tomorrow to actually do it. That's what we're going to do. And we're gonna go up there, we're gonna manually maneuver it, and then we're gonna come down here and land it. And see where it lands, and we're gonna build a landing deck there. And so... You know, these two only go back and forth between the two. So if I were to... God, you can't see it from there. You'd have to pull something out. God, I wish that could just jump back and forth both ways. Easier. This thing here, the max safe is 25 kilotons. So I needed to put in more nitron. See, these just don't have enough. And I think they suck down an incredible amount going up and down. It's like stupid crazy amount. This thing is, you don't want to be flying it unless you're full. It's just that crazy on the fuel consumption. I mean, we'll test it tomorrow. But this is why I had made 600,000 nitron sitting in there. So those are almost all full. Well, so this elevator is, this damn thing is elevator extreme. You know, I spent $500 million building this. And I didn't, you know, that's why I'll keep the other elevator at the same time, because it's a lot more economical. That one does 3 containers, and this does 20. But we'll figure out how much fuel it takes tomorrow to go up and down. So we'll measure that out. There we go. So that is all done now. Let's see, this thing is huge. I mean, it is just enormous. All these brakes are going to have to go on the outside too. We're going to have to figure that out. It might just be able to be pushed through the floor on all of this here too, but I don't know. It depends on what they decide to do for the changes with Demeter. Or not Demeter, they're not doing it in Demeter now. It's going to be other stuff. I also probably should put some lights in here and stuff, but Yeah, this thing's pretty crazy. That's for sure. All right. I think that's going to be it for today. And oh, Magus, you're so impressed by that M480 by Apocalypse. You went and bought one. That's cool. It's good. So, exclamation point giveaway. Get in on the giveaway. If you haven't already for today, it is 1 month sub for the game for the winner. And we'll draw here in a few minutes. And then yeah. Tomorrow we're going to take this giant of elevator up, and we're going to dock it up there and then come down and figure out where we need to build a landing pad. The landing pad that we build down here is going to be special because it's going to be an exact fit, and it's going to be to where we just walk right out onto it. So should be interesting. Also, if you with the prices going up for Dual Universe, if you need subscription time, I'm gonna top it off while it's cheap. Exclamation point coupon in chat, and you can get a link to our store. You can get the subscription time from us. Use the discount code and save yourself a little bit and support the show. Get my thanks and gratitude along with it. So, all right. I think this thing is going to need some lights and stuff. It needs some pizzazz to it. It's very cold. Too bad we can't paint murals down here. Like this here. I don't know. It's all just so clean and sterile, you know? Okay. Let me get this giveaway ready. You're on both now, all right? Okay, so if you're the winner, I'm going to read off whatever game name, Twitch name, YouTube name you put in. If you didn't put that in and you only left a message, then I will read off your real first name and just last initial so that you remain anonymous, but you know who you are if you hear it. And then you'll receive a reply to the confirmation that you got getting in on the giveaway. It will have a code in it and how to redeem it, etc. So, all right. Congratulations to Mersey says thanks for the shows and support. Oh, thank you for the support. Yes, congratulations, Mersey. Check your email. find that contained within. So, all right. Very good. Congratulations. And so, all right, everybody. Wheezy, is that you? Ah, all right. So, okay, everybody, tomorrow we're going to see this elevator in action and we're going to build a new platform for it. And we are, yeah, I'm sure we've got other stuff to do too. I'm positive. Fly safe, everybody. See you all tomorrow.